talking today with a young man who came from Bacchus Marsh in around 1962. G'day, Wayne Closter.
G'day Eric, it's great to be here and the ground looks magnificent.
It certainly does, and it's a pleasure to be back on the ground. But Wayne, we'll talk about your story. You came in 1962. Coming from Bacchus Marsh, did you shift holeless bowlers when you first came to the footy club?
Yes, football club got me a job and found me a place to board, and I think I arrived here late 1962, just in time to see the Cats play in the finals.
Yes, and I guess along with many players, you did what was called an apprenticeship in those days in the reserves, and was fortunate enough to have some success in 1963. Yeah,
I had the whole of 63 in the reserves, and we won the premiership, and it was a great double that year because the senior side also won. And yeah, I can remember coming back to Geelong, the town hall, and there were thousands of people there, and of course Polly went out in the front of the town hall and the crowd went mad, and it was a great night actually, yeah.
And you went on to play a fair number of games, which unfortunately was interrupted by national service training. How long did you miss, and how many games do you reckon you missed?
Well, I had 2 years in national service, so I did play a few games while I was there, but not a lot. The Army would give you leave when they felt like it, but when I did play I hadn't been training because there was nowhere to train, and the Army weren't interested in making facilities for league footballers, so I had to come down and play, and but it was great that the club gave me the opportunity to play, even though I wasn't training. And I got through okay, but yeah, look, it knocked me around a bit and probably cost me, I don't know, 30 or 40 games, I don't know, I have to add them up.
Something significant for Wayne Closter in my view, you came here as a right footer, and as your career progressed in senior football particularly, you become recognised, I think, by opposition, by the public, as a left footer. How did that come about?
Well, I think I always had it as a youngster. I was always able to kick on both sides of my body, and for some reason if I was under pressure and someone was chasing me, I would always turn on the left. So, you know, if that was the case, I had to be able to kick well both feet, and it's just something that I've had since I'd been a youngster, yeah.
And at the conclusion of your playing career, I guess, was it to still be involved with the Geelong Football Club, but suddenly found yourself in a coaching position?
Yeah, well, the footy club were pretty good to me because I played my last senior game in 1975 in the last round, and then I played 191 games and I wanted to try and play 200, so I did the pre-season in 76 and I played 3 games in the reserves and decided that I was over the hill. Anyway, the footy club asked me to stay on as a part of the coaching staff, and I had 1 year as a stills coach, and then Gary Hamer retired as a reserves coach, and then I had 3 years as assistant coach to Rod Olsen, and yeah, look, I enjoyed that.
And I guess over your career, the most memorable memory you've got as a player with the footy club?
I think it was my first game. I think we'd won the premiership in 63, and my first game was the next game, which was round 1, the MCG against Melbourne in 1964. There were 66,000 people there. I was extremely nervous, and no, that's something I can never forget. That was just a great memory.
And the toughest or the best opponent that you played against?
Well, I had half my career on the wing and the other half in the centre. Now, as a winger, I would say probably Russell Blue of Essendon. Great player, very tall, hard to mark over. And in the centre, well, I couldn't go past Ian Stewart. I mean, 3 Brownlow medals and just a magnificent footballer.
So, all in all, your time at the Geelong Football Club, if you had it all over again, would you do it?
Oh yeah, I've loved it. I mean, it's been great. I mean, yeah, look, I had time as a player, as a coach, and then I had, I think, 3 years on the radio with Teddy Whitten on 3GL, and it's just been, and I'm still involved with the Past Players Association, so yeah, look, I wouldn't change a thing. It would have been nice to win a premiership or another one, but other than that, it's been great.
All right, Wayne, an absolute pleasure to talk to you and catch up with you, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Eric. Good on you, mate.
That's been Wayne Closter in Catching Up with the Cats.